In the realm of international law, nothing is more sacred than the respect for human dignity, even in death. Yet we find ourselves in the midst of a harrowing revelation, a stark violation of this very principle. A recent CNN investigation has uncovered that the Israeli military has desecrated no fewer than 16 cemeteries during its ground offensive in Gaza. The horrific trail of destruction includes ruined gravestones, upturned soil, and bodies unearthed in a manner that shakes the very foundation of respect for the deceased. The Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, has justified this as part of a search for the remains of hostages seized by Hamas during terror attacks back in October. Yet, this reasoning does not sit well with legal experts around the globe. They argue that the intentional destruction of religious sites, such as these cemeteries, is a clear violation of international law and could potentially amount to war crimes. This isn't an accusation thrown around lightly. It's a serious charge, backed by satellite imagery and social media footage showing the systematic destruction of cemeteries by Israeli ground forces. In some instances, these sacred grounds were even used as military outposts. Bulldozers leveled large areas, with defensive fortifications erected amidst the resting place of the departed. The IDF spokesperson, when confronted with these findings, did not provide a satisfactory explanation for the destruction and usage of cemeteries as military posts. The IDF maintains that rescuing hostages and finding their bodies is one of its key missions in Gaza. However, the distress caused to Palestinian families who have lost loved ones in the conflict is immeasurable. The death toll in Gaza continues to rise, with over 24,000 Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks. The desecration of burial grounds is not just a violation of cultural respect, it is a breach of international law. Cemeteries are protected as civilian objects. They can only be attacked or destroyed if they are being used for military purposes, or if doing so is deemed a military necessity. The question that remains is whether these justifications hold up under the scrutiny of international law. In summary, we are faced with the shocking revelation of at least 16 cemeteries desecrated during the Israeli military's ground offensive in Gaza. The IDF's actions have been justified as a search for hostages taken by Hamas, yet the systematic destruction of these sacred sites, along with their use as military outposts, has drawn the ire of legal experts globally. The violation of international law and potential war crimes are grave charges that require thorough investigation. For the Palestinian families who have lost loved ones, the desecration of these final resting places adds another layer of grief to their already heavy hearts. As the world watches, the question remains: will this blatant violation of international law be addressed, or will it be another chapter in a conflict that has already claimed too many lives? Only time will tell.